going, everybody? Sean Deckmar here from Tradecaster.com, and today I want to be discussing Tesla's upcoming week and also talk about their upcoming earnings that are scheduled to come out this Wednesday. Now, I really don't think the discussion is going to be, does Tesla have good earnings coming on up, or does Tesla have bad earnings coming on up? I think the question is, how is Wall Street going to perceive this great earnings that are going to be coming out on Wednesday? If you look around, we have price targets from $8.50 to $9.50. Jim Cramer saying that Wall Street is going to have blowout numbers and you should bet on Wall Street.
You know what I think is probably going to have the most likely blowout quarter next week? Tesla, that's who. When you see brokerage firm after brokerage firm raising numbers before an earnings report, it's usually a sign that the numbers are going to be insanely good. And that's why I would bet on Tesla. I hate to use that term bet when it comes to stocks, but Tesla's a good bet.
So where is this common consensus from Tesla having blowout numbers coming from? Because it seems like analysts, Wall Street, Jim Cramer are all saying buy big on Tesla right now. Well, it really was the dead giveaway 2 weeks ago when Tesla came out with record-breaking delivery numbers. Not only did Tesla just come out with these record-breaking deliveries, but it seems like the 2021 chip shortage has played no effect on Tesla whatsoever. If we look at General Motors and Honda, they've actually fallen 30% over the last quarter when Tesla somehow is striving. So if you guys actually saw my last video, I dove into detail about these deliveries and how I thought that was going to lead towards a pre-earnings rally coming up to this Wednesday. So if you don't know what a pre-earnings rally run-up is, essentially I just believe everyone's going to be buying Tesla up towards the earnings. And we can actually already see that starting to happen. We could see last week, Tesla went from 780 and on Friday, we finished all the way up in the 840s. This stock has been on an absolute tear. And with more people talking about it and with more people discussing how great this quarter is going to be, I think it's going to be more of buy the rumor, sell the news. I say rumor, I don't think that Tesla's going to have bad earnings, but I do think we're going to see such a big run up when they come out with their earnings on Wednesday. They may not live up to the hype. I think they're going to be great earnings, but I don't think they're going to be as high as Tesla's projecting. So right now I want to dive in on the chart on Tesla. I also want to show you guys my current position. I want to show you where I got in, why I got in, how many shares I got in, and how much money I've made on Tesla over the past week because it's pretty crazy. I also want to show you guys a few different examples of a pre-earnings run-up and how you guys can spot them in the future. So let's jump into the chart and let's pick it up from there. Here we are looking at Tesla's chart, but before we go any farther, I do want to show you my current Tesla position. On Friday, I bought 1,000 shares of Tesla at the price of $8.32. As you can imagine, this is a very large investment, and to be frank with you, I didn't feel too comfortable holding 1,000 shares over the weekend, so I did sell 250 shares. That brought me to my current trade of 750 shares on Tesla with a cost basis at $8.32. The last price this closed up at is $849.30 after hours trading ended at 8 p.m. Within the first 5 hours of this trade, I've been able to make $12,701. Now, that is absolutely amazing. And honestly, over the past week, all I've been doing have been trading Tesla. Here is Lightspeed.com. This is the brokerage that I trade on. And I'm going to refresh this in the top left-hand corner just so you could see everything is legit. And this is my real brokerage right here. Position summary, Tesla, I'm in on this play, 750 shares. The closing price was $8.43, but as we saw in after hours, the price did rise. And this is my account summary right here. Profit loss summary, previous day, $8,261. Month to date, up $32,000. And year to date, I'm up $540,000. Now, out of this $32,000, $22,000 of it has just been trading Tesla over the past week and a half. Because let's go ahead and take a look over on Tesla right now. If we dive in on Tesla, we could see the past 5 days has been a massive run up from 785 all the way up to 849. Now, where did this all come from? This started coming from after Tesla came out with those record-breaking deliveries. And let's start discussing that pre-earnings run up. So let's discuss this pre-earnings rally that I've been talking about so often now. Now, what this is since I know the earnings are going to most likely be good, such as Wall Street knows they're most likely going to be good, and now you know they're most likely going to be good, and he knows, and she knows, and they know, and that group knows, and Twitter knows, and StockTwits, and Facebook, and TikTok, and all these investors, of course, know that earnings are going to be good, and all these social media sites, everyone starts buying in, and everyone is buying in as if they are already good. Now, let's remember, There's no 100% in stock market. No one knows how good or how bad these earnings may be. But the common consensus at this moment is that they are going to be record breaking. So we have Green Day. And as we get closer, we get another Green Day. And as we get closer, we get a bigger Green Day. And now on Friday, we've had our best Green Day yet. So what I'm expecting is on Monday and on Tuesday, we start seeing more hype. We start seeing more momentum. What's also a very big factor here is the highest Tesla has ever been is going to be that $900 mark. We are getting so close to $900 that investors have that number in mind, and that's the number that every single trader wants to push to. We all want to see that $900 mark break, and before we even get to earnings, we may get up towards that $900 region. Now, that is hopeful thinking. Don't get me wrong, and I don't want to say that is 100% going to happen, but I think momentum is going to build over the next 2 days where traders are expecting such good earnings that it kind of turns into buy the rumor, sell the news. Now, I think we're going to run up so well over the next 2 or 3 days that when the earnings come out, even though they are going to be good, we are going to see them actually lead towards a drop because of the run up that we're getting right now. Not that the earnings are bad, it's just that we're moving so well over the last week, and now what I think the next 3 days is when the earnings actually do come out, even if they're good, they're not going to live up to the hype of where we are currently at with this price target. So let's look at a perfect example of what I'd be looking for on a pre-earnings rally run-up. GME, GameStop. We all know GameStop. We've all played GameStop. We've all heard of the GameStop hype. Now, when did this stock come out with its earnings? This stock came out with its earnings right here on this day. Right here on this day. This was all the way back, I believe, March 12th. And as you guys can see, GameStop had so much hype, so much momentum behind it. Look at this pre-earnings rally run-up. We saw spike after spike after spike after spike. And when the earnings came out, GameStop absolutely crashed. And you know what happened the next quarter? GameStop started talking about their earnings and people got excited and it moved up and it moved up and it moved up and it moved up. And then GameStop came out with their earnings. And I remember GameStop didn't even come out with bad earnings. But you know what happened? GameStop came crashing on down because of how high it spiked the previous weeks. Now, this is something that I'm looking at once again over on Tesla. I'm looking for Tesla to get this run up all the way up to 900. And from there, once the earnings come out, I am expecting to have a little bit more of a pullback. Something that you also always want to be looking at in your charts is going to be U-shapes and triangles. And I dive into this a lot on the Tradecaster video library. But what we always want to see is going to be triangles because that leads to squeezes. We want to see a play squeeze. And a lot of times we'll see a chart lead towards a stock getting higher and higher and higher until it pops on up. So where do we see that over in Tesla right here? We can actually see a triangle forming where it broke 800. We broke 800 and we're seeing a lot of big time buying volume move on through. We could see it back here before the stock went on this beautiful climb and this beautiful spike. We can see again a lot of different higher lows, which is a great sign that Tesla is building on up. So in conclusion right here, I think there's a lot of great things coming up throughout this week. I'm happy with my current position. I will most likely be holding until Wednesday, but I am recording this at this time on Saturday evening. So if Tesla has a large gap on Monday, I may take a little bit of profit and I can always jump back in with more momentum. I see great triangles. I see higher lows. We saw previous examples of pre-earnings rally run-ups such on GME, and Tesla is primed to get all the way back up to those record-breaking $900 mark areas. I'm very excited about this week. I'm very excited to see where Tesla's at, and I wanted to make this video right here to help you guys become a better trader and help you have a great 2 to 3 days ahead before Tesla's earnings.